Haba ng po.
By hand.
Ito ko lang ako.
Chicken.
So guys, wag na kaya mas. So guys. You know, so good morning guys. So it's day 6 dito sa Europe. Yun. Sige guys. Sakay na kami ng bus. Atid ko na kayo mamaya. So guys, nandito ako na ngayon sa famous saan big shoes. Cold here. And ayun. So guys, pag yung mga tao pala dito dati, pag nagpo-propose sila sa mga girlfriend nila, ang binibigay nila is mga wooden na shoes. Tapos ang ginagawa nila, nilalagay nila sa front door ng bahay ng girlfriend nila. So pag kinuha na yung girlfriend nila, ibig sabihin yes. Pero kung hindi pa rin kinukuha ng girlfriend nila doon sa front door yung shoes, yun lang, busted. Ibig sabihin. So kasi diba sinisin na yung binibig ngayon dati kasi shoes dahil so ito yung mga wooden shoes nila.
Now they look the part.
It's
still going to look full of splinters if you put a pair of these on.
Good morning and welcome to our wooden shoe workshop. I will show and explain to you all how we make a wooden shoe, at least nowadays. First of all, the type of wood that we use to make the wooden shoes. Poplar, Canadian poplar. Grows in Holland, we use it fresh. When it's fresh, there's a lot of water from the tree inside the wood. That makes it soft, and as you can see, relatively easy to cut. We always say more or less cuts like cheese. Doesn't taste that way, but it's relatively cheese. And in the early days, the entire outside shape was made with this big knife, and it was all done by hand. Hard work. For the inside, they had several sizes of spoon scoops, starting with the big one to drill the first hole and then work their way in. For a wooden shoemaker to make a pair by hand takes at least 2 hours. Nowadays, on the machines, 5 minutes. Wow. Principle of the machines is simple. It's a copy machine and it works the same way as duplicating a key. Model on one side, the knives take away the wood on the other side while following the model. We'll start with the outside shape.
Galing.
Here we have it, first part, the outside shape, copy of the wall. Same system for the inside applies. Again, we make a copy of the model that we've put in. And there you have it, the rough inside shape. Nose and heel is done the traditional way with the big knife. There we have it. Now when it's finished, the wood is still very wet. Try to show it. So you can imagine it needs to be dried, but slowly by wind only. This will take 3 to 4 weeks minimum. No sun, no heat. If it dries too quickly, it might break. And then afterwards, polish it outside and inside. The result then is a light wooden shoe to fit a child of 3 years old. Wooden shoes are all big, and they offer you good protection. They're good safety shoes. They're warm and they're waterproof even when they're not painted. And the best way to wear them, thick woolen socks for comfort and 1 finger space extra room behind the heel is necessary. Always too big, you'll be fine. Thank you for your attention. Have a good look around and have a nice day.
Thank you. So yun guys, yung galing, no? Magagawa ng wooden shoe. Yung pala ginagawa yun.
I'm Neil, and I'm going to explain to you how we make cheese here. We start in the morning, pour milk in this container over here. And we heat it up to 29 centigrades. That's because 29 centigrades is a very important centrifuge for this liquid called the rennet. This rennet is made from the animal, but nowadays we make it from the plants, so our cheeses are vegetable. When we add the rennet to the milk gets thick, so we need to cut it with 3 special cheese knives. You can see over there. You can also see it in the mirror. By cutting the milk, we separate the whey from the curd. We have 90% whey, but only 10% curd. And the curd becomes the cheese. The whey we make animal food of, and nowadays also beer. After that, we collect the curd, and we put it in a cheese maul over here. This maul will make a 1 kilogram cheese. We need to press it for 4 to 5 hours under the cheese press. And after that, it goes into the salt water. The salt water bath is about 80% water, 20% salt. The cheese needs to stay in there for about 24 hours. Then we take it out, and we put it back together. They can keep it for a long time. This cheese is very young. It's about 4 to 5 weeks old. But a middle-old cheese is 5 to 6 months old. And an old cheese is 1 year or longer. This cheese is 3 years old. You cannot eat it. You can put 3 holes in it, just dispose it well. On the inside shop, you'll find cheeses with added flavor. The red one is a natural cheese. The green one is with herbs and garlic. The yellow one is with pepper. The brown one is with fenugreek. Fenugreek is a seed from India. It tastes a bit like walnut, but people with nut allergies also make it. And the other green one is green pesto. The cheese itself is green. Don't be scared to try it. It tastes really good. And we also have cheese that does not look like a cheese. This is a smoked cheese. Smoked cheese.
Oh, that's a very nice one, actually.
We have 4 flavors of this
It's
one.
one of my favorites.
This one is from the goat. We also have one from the cow. We have one with herbs and garlic. And one with jalapeno peppers. It's a bit spicy. It's the best one in my opinion. Well, we are a small country, but we have 2 great inventions. The slicer and the grater. With the slicer, you can of course slice cheese like that. Anyone? There's more inside the store. You can also try it over there.
Okay. Ano yung bibili mo ganun sa grocery natin?
We also have the grater. And with the grater, you can grate it on pasta, pepperoni, something like that. In the store, you'll also find jars of mustard on top of the counter. Some of them are for frying. You can try it together with the cheese. Because in Holland, it's kind of a tradition to eat mustard on top of the cheese. So, it's a good combination. Oh yes, this is my explanation on how to make cheese here in Holland. And I hope you've enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you.
Now we'll get 25. Hi, okay.
Yun yung ating original eh. Kulay pula. Ito.
Bray, ito gusto ko.
Lahat? Kasama yung ano ah. Grabe. Ito. Check mo. Saan yun?
Ay, ang bigat.
Mabigat din yung cheese nila eh.
Ito, masarap ka. Tikman mo nga lahat para alam natin anong bibilin natin.
Bibili ka ba ng cheese?
Maharap yung una natin.
Baby ano yan eh. Yun nga yung gusto ko. Yun yung original nila eh. Kaya yun ang gusto ko eh. Bigat siya.
Mabigat.
Bigat talaga. Ano ba yan?
Bigat. Meron akong gusto doon na malaki.
Ako din eh.
Gusto namin bumili ng cheese kaso nga lang wala na kaming baggage allowance. So, ayun. Hindi ko alam kung paano isisiksik yan. Pero masarap siya guys. Masarap yung cheese. Masarap yung kulay pula.
Pwede tayong bumili ng 385
Okay.
So, yun.
40.
Anong weight?
3 times 5. 19 grams. So,
That
1.9.
bigat. Paninindigan ba natin yung sel?
Ano ka din, Sel?
Dadaling ko to, yung harapin.
O sige, paninindigan natin.
No!
Paano ang gagawin natin?
Suotin ko lahat ng food. Tapos di ba gusto mo doon? Ano? Panindigan ka na.
Ito, baby Gouda. Ito yung masarap. Sarap ito.
Ito o may cheese board na kasama.
Ito the best to. Baby Gouda.
Kuha ka na. Kaya ba yun?
Hindi ko lang alam kung magkano yung cheese.
Baka siguro tatlo.
Bigat nito ah.
Sarap dito.
O, ito paano yung bagay allowance natin.
Susuotin ko lahat ng bagay.
Meron ka pa yung ano.
Wala man tuwid.
May din yan ah.
Lahat ilalagay ko sa hand carry ko.
So, yun guys. Bumili na kami ng cheese saka chocolate. Wish ko lang magkasya na to sa baggage allowance namin pabalik ng Manila kasi 30 lang kasi sa Qatar eh. So per head yun. So masyadong konti lang yung baggage allowance namin. So bahala na kung paano magkasya to, pero paano magkasya. Pila. Ayun, nag-open sila. Okay. Here you go. Sorry? From Manila, Philippines.
You want to set like this one or with sets?
We have 15 and 20. There is.
There's a seat. Okay, only one set.
Yeah, so I'll just show you which one you want. This was 8.95, 9.95.
You choose which one.
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
Sa tayo dun sa o, papicture mo kayo dito.
Ha?
Ano mga yan? Umikla.
Chicken.
Guys, oh, laki ng chicken nila dito. Chicken. Laki ng chicken nila dito. Oo nga. Woo, birdie.
Favorite ko siya.
Ano favorite mo?
Amsterdam.
Oo, maganda, no?
Kaysa Paris.
Yeah. Daming ducks, oh. Nandito na sila. Ano? Ano ka mo? Laka ng manok talaga nila dito, no? Chicken, eh. Daming ducks. ducks.
Alam mo, useful tong shooting grip. Sobrang wala akong underside discount.
Good.
As in, one hand talaga lahat.
Good. Buti.
Sobrang sulit ito. Kahit
Ay.
sobrang impulse buy siya, diba? Nakita lang.
Hindi, actually, hindi impulse ba yan? Kasi matagal,
Ako na siya.
oo, matagal na nating hinahanap yan. Yung impulse ba yung parang nakita mo lang bigla at binili mo na agad. Eh yan, di ba matagal na natin hinahanap
Hindi
yan?
ko nga siya dinesehindahan.
Ah. Anyway, kasi handits naman yun. So, okay naman yung mga tinda nila dun.
Pero mira, en lo que cabe, mañana hay para acá.
Ako, yung mga pictures nyo, nandyan.
Hello guys, take a picture. Kasama kalendaryo. Nice picture.
Yung kanina yung picture sa atin kanina. Para naman kami ngayon sa next village. Ano bang village pupunta natin ulit? Ayan, next. Fishing? I-update ko rin lang ulit kayo. Yes.
Ayan.
Ayan. Ayan.
Cute!
Ah. Yan, gusto makipaglaro. Yan. So guys, dito na kami ngayon sa Volendam village. So parang ito yung fisherman village nila. Maliit na village lang. Ayan, tingnan natin kung ano ang makikita sa village na ito.
Bakmaya.
Ganda ng black na yun.
Oo nga po. Yung balik ako doon sa kwento ko. Dati kasi yung kinabubuhay nila dito is, yun nga, pangingisda. Pero ngayon kasi hindi na ganun yung trabaho nila ngayon na pinagkukuha nila ng income. So, depend sila sa mga turista na po. So, ayan. So, yun ang kinabubuhay nila dito yung mga turista. So, siyempre parang nakakaawa din kasi na parang pag wala pumuntang turista dito. Wala silang trabaho or income.
Slippers.
So guys, pupunta namin ngayon yung mga old houses. Hello. Hello.
I'm from the rapper. Wala akong pasok ka dito.
Luma na yung mga bahay dito pero napreserve pa rin nila. Actually guys, totoong may nakatira dito sa mga bahay na to. Hindi lang siya display kasi talagang bahay talaga. Talagang may nakatira dito. Ayun, yung mga bahay nila ganito, no? Kaiba. Haba ng pusa, oh. guys, no? Nakita nyo na itong Volendam. So, lake na village nga lang siya. So, ngayon, pabalik na kami sa mismong city ng Amsterdam para kumain ng lunch. Ganda talaga dito sa Netherlands. Balita ko lang kayo. So, ayun guys, nandito ulit kami sa city ng Amsterdam. So, ayun, tama-tama may papakita ko sa inyo. So, yan guys, yung mismong pulang yan. Daanan yan. Yan sinasabi kong daanan ng mga bisikleta. So, huwag kang tatambay na. Kasi pag tumambay ka dyan, sigurado, sasagasaan ka ng mga nagbabike na. Wala silang pakailan sa'yo kung mabunggo ka. Baga parang hit and run. So, yun. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa'yo. Sa restaurant kung saan kami kakain ng lunch. Wait. Okay. First meal is soup.
May cilantro rin.
Anong soup to?
Hindi namin alam.
Wait, wala ko anong klase ng soup to, guys. Mukha naman. So guys, for dessert, yogurt with fruits and icing. So guys, tapos na mag-lunch. Next na pupunta namin sa city. And then red light district. Pero sa red light district, hindi pa pwedeng kumuha ng camera. Hindi ko siya mag-vlog. So yun nga, yun ang sabi ko. So titingin lang ako ano yung sa red light. Tapos naman o yan. Titingin lang ako pero bawal. Kasi bawal ang camera doon. So guys, so wag na kayo mag-expect na i-vlog ko yun. Baka maya-maya may magbato sa akin doon. So yun, yun na lang. So babalitaan ko na lang kung ano mga nakita ko doon. Di ba? Ay! So yun guys, update ko na lang kayo. Okay.